Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the stock market, the financial markets, my friend. And today I talk about 11-bit studios. And how do I come to talk about this? I'm not invested in 11-bit studios, I would say yet, because at one point this stock really looks very interesting to me. So little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a YouTuber, a retail investor myself, my friends, and don't buy anything I'm talking about on my channel. So 11-bit studios here on Humble Bumble, you see you can get some of their greatest hits for 15 euros. So that's a reason to check out their stock, in my opinion. Of course, we can go also here on their website, 11-bit studios. You also have an investors relation part of the website, also very interesting. And we see that they are actually, Starward Industry is developing the Invincible, and 11-bit studios is going to publish it. And an upcoming game south of the circle, I think this game is already out, but Frostpunk 2 and Alters are the games. So very interesting. But my friends, so I think we should jump immediately to the stock, and here on Google Finance. So this is a 11-bit studios, of course, is a Polish gaming company, and it is traded at the Warsaw Stock Exchange and also and a lot of other European stock exchanges like in Stuttgart or in Frankfurt in Germany. So PE ratio 42, that's high, guys, that's high, especially in this market. So but what do we see? I think the most impressive part actually of 11-bit studios is that it's since 2014 it's more or less it's going up like pulled on a line, and this is very impressive. So in 2018 it was probably totally overvalued and was falling back then from 470 zlotys to 231 zlotys, so over 50%. Then again we saw the corona crash here in 2020, early 20. Then it was going massively up 100% up to 309 zlotys. No, what is it? Here we go, yeah, to 600 zlotys, and then it was in September, it was at the low 400 zlotys, and since then it recovered pretty nicely, I have to admit, so that we, now you could assume it just continues like this. It's just going to continue like this, but it's always difficult to assume this, so I would always be cautious, guys, to assume something like this. So 11-bit studios, 237 employees only, and also here get some news. So we have a very quick look at the annual finances, a very quick look. So revenue down, operating expenses down, net income down, net profit margins down, so everything is down overall. Okay, that's kind of normal for gaming stocks, but it seems to not look so badly. If we look, for example, revenue 70 million, so that's all in zloty, and then we have a net income of 28 million, so still everything positive, so that's already good. Positive cash flow, I think. So yeah, look, let's have a look at the cash flow, and we see here actually the cash flow is positive, so that's already good. 2.61 and 21 and 9.25 in 2020, and before it was a negative cash flow. So since 2020 it seems they are cash flow positive, so that's already good. Cash on short-term investments, and then we have revenue, revenue down, etc. I'm just talked about. So average market of 1.29 billion Polish zloty. This is already a little bit bigger, so let's head over to Yahoo Finance. Maybe we get some more information here. So earnings per share indicated here with 12.44 zlotys. PE ratio, as I said, this is a 43 multiple. So if the company would of course continue to grow, then the multiple goes down, but at this point it's a kind of expensive, but you can also assume that it's a growth stock. So I mean, as a gaming company, most gaming companies are kind of growth stocks in the last 10-20 years, but it can also at one point we can always be surprised, and then the gaming companies in general are falling down. So analyst price target average 594, that's a lot, and currently it's under this recommendation. Ratings 1.7. Then we don't get more information here. So that's always a little bit more difficult actually if you don't get any info. So as we know, information on here we got again the same information. So gross profit, total revenue, so which is going up, and cost of revenue is also going up. Gross profit. So this is what they get without any deductions yet. Is yeah, it's kind of stable since 2018. Operating expenses go up, obviously, like with most of the companies. Operating income kind of down now with regard to 2021. Pre-tax income, so this is I think all in thousands, yes, so in millions, so you can say. Tax rates, etc. So I'm not a financial advisor, my friends, of course, so I'm always telling you this, so don't expect me to give you here the extremely deep fundamental analysis. So it's a bit information on from Wikipedia to 11-bit studios. So Warsaw studio founded 2010, former members of CD Projekt, of course, and Metropolis software. I don't know this company anymore. Studio is most known for Anomaly, This War of Mine, and Frostpunk. So games actually they were giving away a lot. So really, those games you could get now on every launcher kind of for free or free to play. So that's always, is this a good business model? So I wonder, guys, I'm not really so sure about, but what is most important, they are creating some new games, and obviously they're not going to give them away immediately. Frostpunk 2 is coming out, The Altars is coming out, The War of Mine, the first one was very popular, they gave it really away a lot for free. Anomaly, were okayish games, but the good thing is they also develop those games for Android, iOS, and not only for Microsoft or console. So I think that's very important. Frostpunk 2 people are looking forward to, and The Altars I think as well. And then as a publisher they will be publisher South of Circle, they are publisher, which is developed by State of Play. And then Starward Industry, The Invincible, I just talked about it, Projekt Withdrawal, Children of Morta, Moonlighter. So I like actually that they were also publishing some games. So guys, let's jump actually a little bit here on their page. So what do we see here? If we can click on those games, we see, oh, the Altar game. So I never actually, and no, they didn't really get myself a lot into this title. So what is it about? Looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, I think. So I'll accept all. My God, when is all this cookie craziness starting? So South of the Circle, probably also just get a render trailer, but without gameplay. Okay, South of Circle is some sort of an adventure title, nicely painted, but is it special? That's always the question. I mean, it looks pretty nice. So I would play it, I would try it out. So, and then of course Frostpunk is the big title that a lot of people are waiting for. And then guys, I would say we are jumping. We can see how many people are actually looking forward to Frostpunk on Steam. So we see that actually 70,000 people are looking for Frostpunk 2 on Steam, so that's pretty cool. So here you can also check out the trailer, as you know always how this works. So view discussion board, for example. Then we see Sun is Dying, Sandpunk suggestion went. So how many? Let's see how many pages do we have already. So per page, yeah, 130 active topics. So that's also good. A good indication that this game is kind of popular, that people want to play it. And also, my friends, if we go and we check for Frostpunk on Steam itself, so for the first one we can also see the rating. So the first one, it's now still 30 years, but we see 69,000 positive, 69,000 reviews and over 90% positive reviews, so that's pretty good. Still now, game came out in 2018, 3,300 people are playing it, 349,000 followers, all-time peak of 29. All of this is decent, guys. All of this is decent. Of course, the Invincible, so there's Starward Industry, a little company I'm invested in. So I'm not invested in 11-bit, so but I thought Starward Industry would be interesting. I made also a video about this. So also already 21,000 followers. So I would say, guys, my personal opinion about the 11-bit studios is, I think it's an very interesting company to diversify my my Polish gaming companies, to put it like this. It's after CD Projekt probably one of the biggest ones, and it's one of the successful Polish gaming companies. But of course, I think the PE ratio is a bit high. But on the other hand, if they are really growing or continue to grow, then the PE ratio might be justified. But this is something we can very difficultly say from this point of view. And of course, now we can look at the games they have. It's also very difficult to say that all of those games are going to be so incredibly successful, but I think they're doing a lot right. So probably it was a good stock every time it was dropping, and then you can, if you could just draw a line here, so then it would drop the next time. We would say it would drop like to 500, 550 zloty. So probably this was every time a good occasion to buy it. But of course, also stock like this, sometimes it will just stop to grow, and then you sit there with a back, and you have to wait very long. So we have a lot of examples of stocks that gaming stocks as well that are not always going up. So but overall, the chart looks nice, but I mean, if you would have been in, of course, then it would be great. But if you would, for example, have bought in here in 2018, you would be extremely disappointed in 2018 when it would drop 50%, and it would have taken you 4 years to come back, or no, let's say, yeah, 2 years to go back to the same valuations. But with regard to the actual market environment, it's probably not so bad. Also, 11-bit Studios investor relations. So if you're interested, so this is a first introduction video, of course, but if you're interested that I'm going to jump in a little bit more in their semi-annual reporting, etc., then I can do this in one of my upcoming videos. I think there's a lot to read, a lot to see how they actually develop, and also their reporting, how it develops. So if therefore we have to read a little bit more into it and see how the company develops, and then we get also some more information about their financials, about the data, and of course about the games that they are planning to publish, to release, to develop. So overall, very interesting stock. I'm personally not invested in it. I think it could be interesting in the future for me to invest. So I say this as a disclaimer. And of course, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not a fiscal advisor. I'm not an advisor. I cannot tell you really in detail if a stock is, if the numbers they are publishing here are holding up. So of course, always make up your own mind. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, then leave me a subscription, a commentary, and a like. I would love this a lot. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.